This is Zeus from Olympus. If you are watching this, keep it to yourself. Greetings, esteemed heroes of Dominion. Today, Zeus returns with an enlightening guide spotlighting none other than Nebula, a stalwart companion whose presence on the battlefield is nothing short of indispensable. But before we delve into the depths of her prowess, allow me to extend a warm invitation. Comment below with Nebula along with your game ID, and don't forget to like and share this video with your fellow warriors to participate in our thrilling giveaway. Nebula, a paragon of support and healing, has long stood as a cornerstone within my roster, a testament to her enduring utility and adaptability. Throughout my illustrious 4-year journey in Hero Wars, amidst the ever-evolving landscape of meta teams and game mechanics, Nebula has remained a constant beacon of reliability, earning her place as one of my most trusted allies time and time again. In my humble estimation, Nebula reigns supreme as the premier support hero within the game's vast pantheon, a veritable linchpin in any strategic lineup. Her versatility knows no bounds, whether bolstering the frontline with steadfast support, reinforcing the resilience of tanks, augmenting the control capabilities of allies, or synergizing seamlessly with other support heroes. Nebula's repertoire of skills is truly unmatched. Whether positioned at the forefront, courageously leading the charge, or providing crucial backup from the rear lines, Nebula ensures that every hero on the battlefield receives the vital sustenance and reinforcement needed to excel in the heat of combat. Let's take a closer look at Nebula's skills in Hero Wars, breaking down their mechanics and strategic implications for players of all levels. White Skill, Astral Projection. Nebula's white skill, Astral Projection, is a powerful ability that launches a projectile towards enemies. When activated, this projectile deals damage to all enemies within its area of effect while also dispersing their energy. The damage inflicted and energy dispersed are evenly distributed among all affected enemies. Players have the option to manually control the trajectory of the projectile by clicking on Nebula's image or her assigned position in the team lineup. Alternatively, if left unchecked, the projectile automatically targets the furthest enemy. It's essential to note that Nebula's lack of armor penetration means that the effectiveness of astral projection is limited against heavily armored foes. Additionally, heroes like Sebastian, with his Ode to Serenity skill, can counter Nebula's energy dispersion. However, strategic players can use heroes like Polaris to disrupt Sebastian's abilities, thereby enabling Nebula to exert greater control over the battlefield. White Ascension skill, Astral Balance Projection. With Nebula's White Ascension skill, Astral Balance Projection, she grants the balance effect to 2 allies upon activating Astral Projection. This effect temporarily boosts the physical and magic attack of the selected allies. This enhancement proves invaluable in battles where Nebula supports specific heroes. Moreover, in unique scenarios where Nebula and Heidi engage in combat against overwhelming odds, Nebula's Equilibrium skill further amplifies the effects of Astral Balance Projection, effectively doubling its impact. However, players should exercise caution when engaging in battles with only 2 heroes, as such situations can be risky. In essence, Nebula's skills make her an invaluable asset to any team composition in Hero Wars. By understanding how to utilize her abilities effectively and strategically, players can enhance their chances of success in battles against formidable opponents. Let's break down Nebula's green skill, Serenity, and its ascension form, Absolute Serenity, to better understand their mechanics and strategic implications. Green skill, Serenity. Serenity is a crucial support ability that Nebula brings to the battlefield. When activated, Nebula targets 2 nearby allies, replenishing their health and dispelling any negative effects that may be hindering their performance. This skill not only serves as a healing tool but also acts as a cleansing mechanism, allowing Nebula to effectively negate the harmful effects of debuffs or status ailments on her allies. The significant health restoration provided by Serenity, totaling 48,201 points, can often turn the tide of battle in favor of Nebula's team. However, it's worth noting that the success rate of removing negative effects is influenced by the level of the enemy responsible for applying them, particularly if their level exceeds 130. Additionally, it's essential to consider potential counters to Nebula's Serenity skill, such as Polaris. By deploying Polaris with a Northern Light ability leveled to 10, the chance of Nebula successfully removing negative effects from her allies can be reduced. This interaction underscores the importance of strategic hero selection and the dynamic nature of combat in hero wars. Green Ascension, Absolute Serenity. Absolute Serenity represents a further evolution of Nebula's support capabilities. With this Ascension skill, Nebula gains the ability to intervene swiftly when her allies are afflicted by debuffs. Within 4 seconds of activating Serenity, if any ally receives a debuff, Nebula promptly nullifies the negative effect and provides additional healing support by restoring 10,863 points of the affected hero's health. This proactive approach to mitigating debuffs ensures that Nebula's allies remain in optimal condition and ready to face any challenges that may arise during battle. In essence, Nebula's green skill and its ascension form synergize to provide comprehensive support to her allies, combining healing and cleansing abilities with proactive debuff removal. By strategically timing the activation of Serenity and leveraging Absolute Serenity's intervention capabilities, players can maximize Nebula's effectiveness as a support hero and bolster their team's chances of success in combat. Let's incorporate the breakdown of Nebula's blue skill, Disharmony, into our analysis. Blue skill, Disharmony. Disharmony is a skill that allows Nebula to deal damage to the enemy with the lowest health on the battlefield. This targeted damage can be a valuable tool for finishing off weakened opponents and turning the tide of battle in Nebula's favor. However, it's important to note that the effectiveness of Disharmony is limited by Nebula's lack of armor penetration. Without armor penetration, this skill may not deal significant damage unless supported by heroes equipped with armor penetration artifacts. Strategic team composition becomes essential when utilizing Nebula's Disharmony skill. Pairing her with heroes who possess armor penetration artifacts can significantly enhance the effectiveness of this skill, allowing Nebula to contribute more effectively to the team's overall damage output. By considering Nebula's strengths and weaknesses in conjunction with her teammates' abilities, players can optimize their team composition and maximize their chances of success on the battlefield. Let's delve into Nebula's pivotal skill, Equilibrium. Equilibrium shifts Nebula's basic attacks into support mode. With each activation, Nebula grants a significant temporary boost to the physical and magical attack of a nearby ally for 5 seconds. Temporary physical attack boost, 110,627. Temporary magical attack boost, 173,441. This skill surpasses expectations, transforming its recipient into a formidable force. Nebula's support enhances physical attack, synergizing with heroes' skills and unlocking their true potential. In essence, Equilibrium empowers allies to unleash devastating attacks, making Nebula an invaluable asset in any battle. Consider Julius's first skill, where his matrix capacity is calculated at 500% of his physical attack. When Nebula's Equilibrium support, providing an additional 110k physical attack, is factored in, Julius's matrix capacity scales up significantly, nearly reaching 1m. This amplifies his ability to protect teammates from damage and greatly enhances his healing capabilities. When Heidi's Deathflower attack is enhanced by Nebula's Equilibrium support and patronaged by Albus, the damage output skyrockets. Starting from 25k damage per hit, with Nebula's support, the damage per hit increases to over 100k. Furthermore, with a scaling increase of 10% from Heidi's new Ascension skill, Deathflower's damage potential reaches over 4 million damage in just one activation. This staggering damage output means that Heidi, with Nebula's support, can decimate entire enemy teams within seconds. Similarly, when Orion's missiles are supported by Nebula, their damage output undergoes a significant boost. With Nebula's equilibrium support, the damage per missile increases from 58k to over 150k. These numbers represent a substantial increase in damage potential, making Orion a formidable force on the battlefield. Even tanks like Cleaver and Aurora can benefit significantly from Nebula's support. With the equilibrium skill activated, their damage output sees a notable increase, essentially adding another damage dealer to the team's arsenal. Moreover, the subtleties of Nebula's support can be easily overlooked. For instance, when Nebula supports Morrigan, her skeletons receive a remarkable threefold increase in both health and attack power. Observing the disparity in the skeleton's health bars when Nebula's support is active versus when it is not highlights the profound impact of Nebula's assistance. Additionally, Nebula's support extends to healers like Markus, whose skills heavily rely on magic attack. With Nebula's equilibrium boosting Markus's magic attack, the amount of healing he can provide to the team skyrockets. This same principle applies to other healers whose effectiveness is tied to their magical prowess. Witness Arachne unleashing devastating 400k damage with Nebula's invaluable support. Nebula emerges as a game-changing hero, an indispensable addition to any roster. Exploring the intricacies of Nebula's equilibrium skill, and its interaction with heroes' shields reveals countless unexplored strategies waiting to be mastered. In conclusion, Nebula's prowess on the battlefield cannot be overstated. Her ability to elevate her allies' performance, whether by bolstering their damage output or enhancing their survivability, makes her an essential component of any successful team composition. Embrace the power of Nebula, and elevate your gameplay to legendary heights. Embrace the call to greatness, heroes, and let your victories resound throughout the ages. Together, let us forge a legacy that echoes across eternity. Stay legendary, and may your triumphs illuminate the path to glory.